All right, so time management part 2. We want to build on the foundation that we laid in the first video. That one was so much about just your perspective of time and what it takes to be successful in Mary Kay and all of that. I hope it was helpful. You may want to revisit it from time to time. But now let's move into more of the tangibles of how to plan your schedule. And it is going to be up to you how you want to roll, what it's going to look like. But I encourage you to, at the very least, take things a month at a time. And when a new month is approaching, sit down with your calendar and just take a look at reality. What do you have going on as far as holidays, birthdays, travel, big weeks for work or for your kids' school? What's going on? And just be realistic about the times where you know it's not going to be Mary Kay. It's not going to be happening in that segment. And mark it out and then see what's left. And that way, ahead of time, you can go into a month knowing, okay, that week it might not really happen, but this week is my opportunity. This is the week where I really have the time and the ability to make some stuff happen. And so I can strategically book the weeks for that. And that's great. That's awesome. And there's no guilt around it. So take a look at the month. And then I want to encourage you to zoom in on weeks at a time. And when it comes to each week, you may be in a point in your life where you can do certain days of the week every month, where it's like Thursday and Saturday. I do Mary Kay on Thursday and Saturday, and I have commitments throughout other days, so those are my days. You may be in a schedule or a time of life where it goes back and forth, and you can say, okay, this week it's going to be Thursday, Saturday. That week it's going to be Wednesday. That week, Thursday, Saturday. That week, Monday. It's okay. The important part is deciding ahead of time. Obviously, if you're going to book appointments, you have to know a little bit in advance what you can do. So decide on it and then follow through with it. In my calendar, you'll see there's a weekly plan sheet that we sent you with this video. And I literally, in my calendar, just like the weekly plan sheet, I have it at a week view. And I pick my time slots for my Mary Kay work and I put it on my calendar as an appointment. And I don't put the name in there until it's booked. So if Thursday night is my appointment night, I block my calendar out for Thursday night for that week and I see it on my calendar, and to me it is a commitment. I need to book it and I will book it. If you want to give yourself 2 nights and you pick one or the other based on the other person's schedule, that's fine. Just block it out, a slot on your calendar for that appointment time, and then if you need to move it from one day to another, that's fine. But I find that having the blank spot blocked into my calendar helps me not to overcommit myself, and it helps me to be pushed to go, okay, I've got to fill that time slot in. I'm getting a babysitter. My husband is going to be home. We are not going to be doing other things because I have said I'm working Mary Kay. So I'm going to work my Mary Kay. And for me, I like to work 2 weeks at a time. I look at this week and I look at next week. I look at this week, I look at next week. I'm not someone who looks a month out. You might be, and that's totally fine. But for me, 2 weeks at a time is a healthy amount that I can handle, and I enjoy doing that. And I also know if I'm always looking at next week, I'm not going to get to next week and have nothing, because I always kind of was looking at, oh, what do I have for next week? What do I have for next week? And it gives me more confidence and more strength. So that's how to look a week at a time, and put those spots into your calendar and just commit to fill them up. And I promise you, you'll be amazed at how much progress you can make when it's just a non-negotiable. These are my slots. These I will fill. And then you can forget about it. And you don't have to worry. You don't have to, feel like a failure. It just builds from week to week.